Okay, so are you in music production or do you want to be in music production? And do you feel some urge, some impulse to buy new musical equipment? You do, don't you? Well, we're gonna have to address that right now. Hey everyone, my name is Percy Jules. Welcome to Supercy and welcome to this series called Budget Studio. In this series, I'm exploring the best options for creating music on a budget. If you're interested in this, then consider subscribing to the channel. But today I'm telling you to stop buying musical equipment. It's kind of funny, isn't it? Now let me explain what I mean. So, most of us in music production, and this is true for absolute beginners to seasoned pros, we have an almost continuous urge to buy new musical equipment. And in most cases, it's not even really rationally defendable. It's not really justifiable. So why do we do it then? Well, I would say there are mainly two reasons. And even those two reasons are kind of intertwined at some point. They're very similar, but there are also some differences. So, two reasons. Now, first of all, and this is mainly true for beginners, what usually happens is, okay, you start recording and you start mixing and stuff, and you do that for a while, and at one point you think, okay, well, I've been doing this for quite a while now, but my mixes still don't sound very good. How is this possible? Oh wait, I know, it must be my speakers. This is an actual example from my life. I actually thought that my speakers were the reason that my mixes sounded muffled and they didn't sound anything like what you hear on the radio, for instance. And I thought, okay, my speakers simply aren't good enough. If I only had different speakers, this is what usually happens. So if I only had different speakers, or if I only had a different DAW, or if I only had different, more expensive plug-in effects, or if I only had this, if I only had that, then my mixes would sound awesome. Well, I don't like to say it, and it's probably not going to be very pleasant to hear, but I can tell you it's not your equipment, it's you. You are not good enough yet to get your mixes to sound like whatever you hear on the radio. It's a gradual process that we all have to go through. Take me for example. I've been doing this for many, many years. I'm still not the best mixer in the world, by far. But at least I've gotten to a level where I understand that whenever there is something about my mix that I don't like, it's not my equipment, it's me. But here's the good news. Whenever you encounter some kind of issue in your mix, it's an opportunity for you. So do some investigation, try to figure out why your mix sounds so muffled or why it sounds so harsh or whatever, and what can you do to fix it? So do some experimenting, read some books maybe, watch some videos, and eventually some answers will come. So next time you're mixing a song, you can apply that knowledge, and that's how you grow, and that's how you get better. So bottom line, what I'm trying to say is that buying more and better equipment is not the answer. It's about you evolving as a producer, basically. So this is one reason why people keep buying musical equipment. Another reason, which is pretty similar to the first reason I guess, is because we kinda like shiny new things. And I know that this transcends the music industry, but I think that people in music production are particularly vulnerable to the advertising industry, especially someone like me, because I'm really fond of new gadgets and new features and things like that, and that makes me extremely vulnerable. But I think to some degree we all are. I mean, if you see a new synthesizer with new sounds and things, or you see another DAW that has revolutionary new features, it's sometimes so incredibly tempting, especially because, the advertising industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they're absolute experts on presenting new products in such a way that it will draw you in. It's very easy to get drawn in. But if you manage to stop for just a second and think about it, you might discover that it simply doesn't make sense for you to draw your wallet and to spend your money on some product that you don't really need. Now, don't get me wrong, if there is a product that you do absolutely need, or if you've convinced yourself that this product might help you in some way, then by all means get it. So I'm not saying no matter what the circumstances, don't buy any new musical equipment. Well, I actually did say that, didn't I? Anyway, what I mean is, before purchasing anything, at least stop for just a moment and ask yourself some questions like, okay, what is this thing? What does it do? How can it benefit me? Do I actually really need it? And sometimes you come to see that, no, I actually don't really need it. And even then sometimes it can be a bit hard to back away from it and to forget about it. But at least now you have a fighting chance. So to sum it all up, the purpose of this video is to at least make you aware of these phenomena. They exist and they sometimes cause you to purchase equipment that you simply don't really need. I mean, if you have millions of dollars on your bank account, it's probably not gonna be a huge issue. But for most of us, especially if you're on a budget, it's just a big waste of money. So keep your eyes open, be aware, and be smart. So that's my view on this issue. Let me know how you feel about this. By the way, have you ever purchased something that looking back you didn't really need and it ended up just being a waste of money? Has it ever happened to you? I bet it has. Anyway, if you want to see more videos like this, then again, consider subscribing. I'll be back with a new Budget Studio video very soon. Stay tuned for that. For now, thank you for watching.